sure that's the driver of the car. That's Miss Crasiviana Booth. What's she up to? You can't take her anywhere. Come on, Crasiviana Booth.
Hello, everybody. How nice to see you again and again.
And again. Well, hello and thanks for coming back and welcome back. And I'm confused. What is she doing dancing around in front of the car? We're going to go for a little drive, but hey, that view there, except for the bin and the sign and the couple of trees which is obscuring it, is a spectacular view indeed. And that's where the sun is glistening down on the Rikos Beach area. Anyway, we're off for a drive.
Come on, Mr. Paul. The beans are also very necessary things to be.
Beans?
Yes, beans.
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 Confused her English.
Beans.
Right.
Rubbish bins.
Rubbish bins, I see what you mean.
Not
right.
Not Mr. Bean.
Not Mr. Bean.
No.
I liked him, Rowan
I
Atkinson.
like him.
He was a cool guy. Well, he still
like
is,
him.
by the way. Very, very cool
Wow.
indeed. Anyway, we're on one of our little driving tours. We're on the Rikos Beach, and we're going to take you to the Pasidonis Avenue, which of course is the Hotels Road, as we call it. And then we're going to wiggle and waggle towards the Paphos Promenade. You can't drive down the promenade anymore. No, 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 no. It's now fully pedestrianised and they are doing some improvements, but don't worry. We'll keep you up to date and we'll take you on a foot walk along the Paphos Promenade probably in the next couple of days and give you an update of what's going on. So here we are. You have to wiggle and waggle a bit along here, and the roads are not that good, as you've come to understand, but hey, that sky is definitely blue, and those beautiful, beautiful, like candy floss clouds are absolutely spectacular. The only thing more beautiful than that is that, Miss Crasiviana Booth.
Thank you, Mr. Paul. Thank you.
How's the driving?
How is the driving? I should ask you.
Not too bad, to be honest.
No.
Quite smooth, except for the roads, because as we keep telling you, the roads are a little bit, well, Sherlock Holmes, shall we say. But we do understand that that's a worldwide problem, unless apparently if you live in Switzerland. But of course, Switzerland's got very, very high taxes indeed, so perhaps that explains it. Anyway, one day, you never know, we might get to go for a bit of a wiggle and a waggle in downtown Zurich. Very nice city. I went there once when I was young.
Giraffe.
No, not giraffe, Zurich.
Zurich.
Zurich. I think that's how they say it.
Now?
Well, it's Swiss German, isn't it?
Okay.
And they've also got Geneva as well. So
Right.
we'll pop down to Zurich and we'll pop down to Geneva. Anyway, Louis Vuitton Beach Hotel was just on our left hand side there, and then this is the Pioneer, isn't it?
Pioneer.
Yes, Pioneer Beach Hotel, Constantinos Brothers Pioneer Beach Hotel. Again, all these hotels that we're talking about now are beachfront hotels. These are their front entrances, and when you go out their rear ends, you end up on the beautiful, beautiful beach area, the plage. How'd you say it?
Plage.
So where are we going to go later?
Medium na plage.
Medium de plage. There we go. Absolutely beautiful. That's Crasiviana Booth practicing her rather nice Russian. There we are.
Practicing?
Look at
I've
that.
already practiced
You
it.
practiced it for many, many years.
A very big shout out, shout out
Shout
out to Mr. Paul and his lovely wife Mo.
All the way in Bristol.
Bristol.
Yes. We've got to buy her for your car, Mr. Paul, so I was thinking of selling it on. What do you think? I'm only joking. Hope you're having a great, great Christmas over there in Bristol, and hope the weather is not treating you too bad. And we wish you a fantastic, fantastic New Year. Please, please don't drink too much. And Mo, look after him, that's for sure. Many people we'd like to shout out to, by the way. But of course, we cannot possibly shout out to everyone. It would just take that little bit too long. Nick and Kath all the way up in Sheffield in Yorkshire, we wish you a happy, happy New Year. It's a licking and lapping, it's coming around the corner, that's for sure. So that's the Athena Beach Hotel there on the left. And we're slowly heading towards the area known as the Triangle. A very, very popular place with people who want to go out for a drink or dinner when they first arrive in Cyprus. The Royal Beach Hotel, Athena Royal Beach, that one there on the left hand side. You've got supermarkets and various other shops and lots of big dickers diggers knocking about. Receive the booth is confusing my English.
Family
You
channel again.
confusing
My
my
fault,
English,
Mr.
Chrissy.
Paul.
It's your fault.
Is it my
Yes.
fault?
I'm
Right.
picking up your English.
And you know what I think now? If this car had a tongue, it would swear at
It would
us.
in German, but at the moment it's saying Achtung, Achtung. Right, let's keep going. This is now the rather nice hotel on the side there, known as the, what's it called? That one over there? Keep throwing us out. Oh, that's the one. Yeah, the Olympic Lagoon. They keep throwing us out. There we are. And what's this one? Amphora Resort, where the Double Trouble last checked in and checked out of.
Double happiness.
Double Happiness, you call them, yeah?
Yeah.
Mr. Jeremy and Mr. Simon. And then coming up now is the Anthesa Beach Bar just over there, and the Snake. And quite a busy car park, as you can see.
I've already missed them. Double
There it is.
happiness.
Double happiness.
Hello,
Big hello
everybody
to you.
from
And
the sunshine.
happy
Island
New Year.
of love.
That's the Amabi 5-star adults only hotel on the left hand side, which means one thing. That means that the hotel with great in its name is coming up. Dame Anne, so sweet Caroline, Miss Maggie, and many others. There it is. It's popped up again. Alexander the Great Hotel, one of the greatest hotels in downtown Paphos. Let's keep going.
Do you know, Mr. Paul, one day we should show how nicely they decorated that very hotel to
One
all
of
these
these
lovely
days.
people.
The problem is when we go in and linger around with the camera taking
Somebody will
pictures
throw us out.
of the decorations, they're going to understand and say, "Oi!"
Oi!
They're going to throw us out. Almira Hotel, 5-star luxury hotel on the left-hand
I
side.
think they've been renovating.
They're renovating again, aren't they? They are, yeah. Take a wiggle and waggle over there to the right-hand side, and that's Bar Street. And then this is the final descent before we get to the Paphos Promenade. Hotel coming up on the left, the last one on the block. That's the Annabelle, again the 5-star luxury hotel. Keep going, Christina Booth. Oh, luckily for me, Marius Diamonds is closed,
Yeah.
and Pamela's Diamonds.
If it wasn't, you wouldn't buy any diamonds.
Well, I haven't got any money. We'll have to get Nigel Big Guns to give us a little loan.
Nigel Big Guns got his Caroline. Oh.
He's got enough. Oh.
So.
Mr. Nigel, oh so sweet. We wish you a very happy New Year. And of course, we can't forget Miss Ella. Miss Ella?
Ellie.
Miss Ellie. Miss Ella's
My
ours.
goodness,
Miss
today.
Ellie's theirs. There we are. My English is very confused. That was the start of the promenade, but as I said, you can see there's renovations going on. We'll keep you up to date. So we're going to wiggle and waggle around its rear end. So we're in the rear streets to the rear of the promenade. And again, there's lots of nooks and crannies around here, lots of bars, and you can cut through and cut through. There's a cut through there to the left. There's another main cut through there, and you can see a bit of blue Mediterranean Sea. You want to hire a car? That's Chris Car Hire. Got the Players Pub, that closed quite a few years ago. There's a fish and chip shop, that closed quite a few years ago. Now here's an important place, that's the Papa Antonio supermarket. So if you're on a self-catering holiday in downtown Paphos, that's probably your best and probably your closest supermarket. Basilica Resort over there on the right hand side, again another branch of Chris Car Hire. And then coming up there is Theo's Diamonds, which means next door to that is Theo's Kiosk, which means in there is either Miss Faye or Mr. Marius. Let's have a quick look in. Miss Faye is in charge today. She always stays inside. Mr. Marius always sits outside. There we go. Now, where are we? That's the harbour car park just over there. And here's one of the little dumper trucks in front, because there's a bit of digging and wiggling and all sorts going on. And they're putting these metal poles all the way along the pavement out here, as you understand. And the idea, of course, is to stop cars parking on the pavements. Various shops, shoe shops, gift shops, jewellery shops, more gift shops, opticians, more profile jewellery shops, a nice coffee shop. And that's the end of the promenade.
Maria.
There's Maria sitting on a scooter, trying to entice you in, trying to get a few bob out of you. She's clocked the car. Santa's still not back in town, he's out delivering presents, and this now officially is where the harbour starts. That's the wood kiosk to the left, which means the promenade is finished, and that means that that is the downtown Paphos harbour. You've got 5 restaurants in there, they all do great cocktails as you're coming into a stand, because we nip in now and again and twist their arm and they make us a nice cocktail. Yeah, let's go around Receiver the booth and let's go up towards the Paphos Mall to show people just how close it is.
Now.
Well, you can't get out round the back there because again they are doing some improvements and digging and that kind of stuff. So have a look at that through view. Palm trees, blue Mediterranean Sea, and a beautiful, beautiful blue sky as we head back. And that's the spectacular promenade you can see over there to the right hand side. That's the harbour restaurant cafeteria on the very, very end. And then we're back onto the parade of shops, car park on the left hand side. So stick with us, we're going to keep going to the roundabout at the end to show you just how close you actually are to the downtown Cato Paphos Mall, or King's Avenue Mall as its official name is. And this street, you heard me mention it before, there's more sales agents for properties on this street than any other street in any other part of Cyprus. Pretty much every shop, or other shop at least, on this part of Paphos is trying to sell you an apartment or a villa. So if you fancy buying somewhere for a holiday home or to retire, this could be that perfect street for you. And of course, if you do want to make a bet, you've got Stanley Bet, and if you don't like them, you've got the other one across the road. And if you want a bit of fish, by the way, the Basilis fish market is there.
What did you say?
I said if you want a fish.
Oh, me? No.
No?
I'm not very fishy person.
No, you're not really. You like a bit of calamari, though.
Calamari
And
is very
sea
good.
bass now and
but
again.
calamari is not a fish. Fish, normally,
no, it's not a
has
fish.
got a bones.
Bones.
And that's why maybe I don't like to play with these bones and to take her out from the mouth.
Yeah, it can be tricky eating fish, correct, that's true. I remember when Dane Ann was over with us and we went for lunch, we took her for lunch.
Yeah.
You had sea bass, I think, or was it sea bream?
Yeah.
And she had sea bream as well.
Actually, yes, but...
And then Mr. V filleted it, didn't he, or removed the head or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you said it was very tasty, and Dame Ann said it was very, very tasty.
It was,
Yeah.
yes.
So we're rapidly approaching the downtown Cato Paphos Mall. This is the skywalk area. That's that raised structure you can just see through the trees there. What looks like a rusty structure, that's how it's designed to be. And of course, as time goes on, well, it's just going to get better and better as it blends into the surroundings, should we say. Quite an interesting thing to go on. It's not spectacular, but it's worth the walk because you do get a different view and a different prospectus of the views around this area, and you have a great view back to the blue Mediterranean Sea and a great view up to uptown Paphos, which of course is where we're going now. That's the King's Avenue Mall, or that's what the big letters tell us it is. So let's keep going up. See if you've got a booth. That's the Begona Garden Centre over there on the right hand side. You've got a parade of shops coming up here with a very, very good pizza restaurant. It's always busy. In fact, it's half full even at this time of year. And then you've got Tower DIY just over there on the right hand side. You've got the Donna Bar, which we often go to. Well, when I say often, we go there once or twice a month, I suppose. You've got the big crayons. They're doing some digging. They're renovating next door. You see, they've knocking down some old buildings and building some new buildings, but keeping the facades. If you look carefully now, you can see they're keeping the old facades and knocking everything else down. So one assumes that's going to be some kind of apartments, or one assumes anyway. Now, again, in this part of town here, you've got one or two, should we say, upmarket clothes shops. One on that side and one on that side. You've got the Twins kiosk, that's run by two twin sisters, that's why we call it the Twins. And then you've got a lot of work going on with renovating and that kind of thing. Now, it's that time, and we're going to say thanks for watching. And if you did like what you see, please hit the like, click subscribe, and don't forget to come back for that little bit more of our madness. Let's see what Grasivi has got to say.
You know, I would like to tell you that all these driving videos and how Mr. Paul explaining brings me back to the very, very early days when I arrived to Cyprus, generally to Paphos. And when I listen to him, I have to say, I think that even with my bad orientation, I would find anything. Well done, you, Mr. Paul. You're a good boy, and thank you for keeping me aware what is where. And I would like to tell you again many things. Sorry for not looking at you, maybe because I have to follow the road, but remember that we're loving you and we always will. Many thanks for watching and many kisses.
There we go. If you're wondering where we are now, this is Russian Road. I often refer to this, so keep going, go see the booth, and we'll finish the video where we join the traffic lights to give people a bearing. You often see us on what I call the inner ring road, which takes Paphos to the Paphos Mall, and then where the big church is. You've heard me mention that big church a few times, and you've heard me say just up there, yonder, if you go right, you go onto Russian Road. Well, this is Russian Road, and we're coming down it, and the roads on this part of Russian Road are just as bad as anywhere else in Paphos. That was a pothole from hell. Even a Mercedes E-Class could not hide it. There we are.
Yeah.
So I say Russian Road, that's the entrance there to the Mayfair Hotel. So that's a very, very popular hotel with many of our family members. Mr. Yuri, he's the actual owner. We know him personally. He's a superstar amongst superstars. And of course, we know the general manager. His name is Mr. Christos. And you've seen him on camera if you go hunting back. And he says, if you have any complaints, you pop in and say, hey, Christos, I'm going to have a word with you. So here we are. This is the traffic lights. And at these traffic lights, just over to the right-hand side, is the big church. And if you go straight over, you're going to wiggle and waggle towards the bar street. Lucille Booth wants to give you a kiss.
Loving you to bits, and many kisses from the bottom of our hearts.
Thanks for watching.